Hey everybody, welcome back to our YouTube channel here. I am with Marla Ranieri from Better Healthcare. And I said that right, Marla? I got that right? Yeah, good. Because, you guys are a dynamic business. And Marla and I delivered at PPS. And Marla, the title of our delivery was, because I always forget, Data Goldmine.
Are you sitting on a data gold mine?
Are you sitting on a data gold mine? So there you go. I am humble enough to know when I'm stumped. So sitting on a data gold mine, we gave a great delivery there. A lot of people, 100 people, and they were really wrestling with the idea that a new operational paradigm does exist and that they need to get on board with it because it creates greater efficiency, greater productivity, and greater prediction. Okay. So what we're going to be talking about here in episode 3 is more of the COO aspect of this, right? If you caught the first 2 episodes, you're going to understand how this digital technology that Better Healthcare is applying in PT offices and my clients' offices across the country is helping benefit their front desk efficiency and helping reach more public and bring in more new business and pave the way from patient to you in a direct manner with a lower barrier to entry. We've covered that in the first 2 episodes. If you haven't caught those, please go back and catch those first and then jump back in here because these are only 5 to 7 minutes long. And I think you're going to really benefit quite greatly from that. That is my absolute purpose of having YouTube and my channel and bring on great speakers and experts like Marla is to help benefit you so that you move closer to living the life that you've always dreamt of as a private practice owner. So let's get into the details of this. So Marla, we've now understand that we need a digital mechanism to outreach and bring in public, lower the barrier, they get in, greater efficiency at our front desk. We're getting people in quicker, sooner, faster, less hours, less payroll, greater efficiency. We got that. Now, this system goes beyond that. Why don't you explain how it goes beyond that in terms of the recording of metrics, the key indicators that we're looking for, and the data collection so that as a chief operating officer or clinical director, I have harvest very important data that I can now manage my clinic better with. Let's give a little taste of some of those elements.
Thank you. Absolutely. And really what sets Better Healthcare apart from any other scheduling tool is that
that's important.
And we're not just that. We are a platform that has a data warehouse and allows you to make data-backed decisions in your practice. That's important.
Yeah. And Marla, you did such a great job of pointing out, hey, look, how many of you owners out there are running an evidence-based practice? How many of you owners are holding your therapist accountable to reaching their short and long-term goals? You are very good as a PT. Being PTs, it's kind of nice because we jump over the other side of the fence. We say, wait a minute, we already know how important this is. Why are you not elevating that level of importance to your administrative functions? And you guys have, and it's so good that you said you've created a platform, which I think is great. Let's share a little bit more with them about that because I think that's so important.
Absolutely. As we've talked in other episodes, is that every single digital touch point you have throughout your digital and print world, your marketing materials have QR codes on it.
Forget about that.
Healthcare. So we can track from your digital and your print world exactly where that patient is being acquired from. That's important. I want you guys to think about right now you're making decisions. Do I do Google ads? Do I do this patient-facing marathon event? Do I spend the money? And what's the ROI of it? Am I getting patients in the door? How many people I just see how many people are clicking on it, maybe how many phone calls were made, but did I actually get patients in the door?
Yeah.
That's important.
Yeah, I was really great at PPS when you said, hey, it's great that you're tracking that, but are you tracking the product? Are you tracking the end result?
Exactly. And with the Better Healthcare services, you can actually see exactly where the patient came from, where they clicked on, where they scanned the QR code, what time they did it at. Did they do it after hours? Did they do it, during the day? You can see all the demographics of the patient and if they converted and became a patient in your.
Oh, I didn't even realize it was time-stamped.
Absolutely.
That's
Absolutely.
good.
And so when you do that race or marathon and you have that QR code there, you can say, wow, we got 10 patients from there. And by the way, you probably got 10 patients because you made it really easy for them to come in.
Yeah, absolutely. And what's nice about that is because I have a lot of my owners, that they're still sponsoring the Jingle Bell Run or the Polar Bear Plunge or the marathon that you talked about. Well, because the different QR codes, you can see specifically which event pulled the greatest return on effort, right?
Yeah.
and yielded the greatest results, actual results.
Absolutely. And same thing with that Google ad you did, or the WebPT Reach email campaign,
Right.
or just any email campaign.
Right.
We live on the bottom. We embed in those systems as your Intel chip. And when a patient sees and clicks, they're able to dynamically go through a booking experience and schedule an appointment with you.
Absolutely. Now, Marla, I want to finish this with, some people are probably sitting at home watching this, or at the office, or hopefully not driving their car watching YouTube, but they're thinking some of what we heard at PPS. But Marla, this won't integrate with my EMR system. How my EMR system won't bridge with this system. I've tried to do this kind of thing with other things. You totally handled that. And why don't you, because people are considering that. They're like, do I have to change my EMR system? I'll let you answer with the big fat no.
Absolutely. Yep. We are integrated or non-integrated. We have two different types of services that work for you. And a lot of people actually prefer the non-integrated because they might be a very busy clinic. So they just want to qualify that patient and know everything they need to know about the patient: insurance, date of birth, injury, why they're coming in, reason, appointment type. And then they get that request with the date and time that the patient requested. And you don't have to call the patient to get that information. That eliminates 2 to 3 phone calls. It actually makes it more efficient for you, and you can use technology to text alternative times. So it's about qualifying that patient and getting them in faster.
Absolutely. And it's so much better than the form fill. Like, people are probably sitting at home, but Marla, I have a form fill on my, but the problem with the form fill is,
it is not enough information. One, it is a old, outdated experience. People know it's a form fill. It does not feel real. It is not dynamic. And at the end of the day, you're just checking your email to make sure that you called that patient and you actually got in touch with them and you actually got them in. And that's
the fact is, the form fill is an open cycle, right? It's half of the experience. It's half of the action completed. The other half is now pending on the practice. Your solution, which I really liked, is like when I schedule for my Audi oil change, I use that all the time, or my haircut, it's a completed cycle. I get in, I schedule, I'm done. Now, it's a request, I get it, because in the rare occasion that it was done improperly, the person slotted themselves the wrong spot, your front desk is going to know that, and they're going to move that right away. But that doesn't happen all the time. 90% of the work's already lifted, even if that does happen. But 100% is done if it's done correctly, which it's normally done correctly 9 out of 10 times, I'm sure. So I love this and that mechanism. Now, as the clinical director and as the CEO, I am going to walk away from my experience with your platform. Give me 2 or 3 things, data points that I'm really jazzed that I harvested. I didn't have to longhand manually find out this. Give me a couple things and then we'll wrap it up.
Absolutely. Well, first and foremost, we love baseline data, and we always collect your baseline data, and you should be tracking that as well. We beat out the form by 30 to 40%. 30 to 40%, we beat out that form. We convert at 85%, 85 to 92, depending integrated or non-integrated. And let me tell you, I hope you're tracking your conversions, because in the industry, it's normally around 60 to 72 as a high.
And you're talking conversions of people who are interested in becoming a patient, who actually become a patient.
Correct. Who made a request and you confirm them and they're coming.
Right. So your platform has funneled and tunneled that in such a manner that you actually elevate the results by about 20%.
Yeah. And therefore, you don't even have to change the amount of people coming to your website or coming to your touch point. We're converting more of what's already coming. So you don't have to spend more money to get people in.
Absolutely love it. So there you have it, guys. That's for this episode. Again, bring experts to you so that you can run a more efficient, productive, and a higher end company cultured practice where the patients, the staff, and the referral solicitors actually love you. You are brand number 1. Please check us out at Meg, www.megbusiness.com. We do billing, credentialing, and academy and coaching. And that's where Marla comes in, along with several of our other speakers, experts in the field of physical therapy, trying to ensure that you live the best life you can as a PT owner. Marla's a PT, I'm a PT, just PTs helping PTs. That's it, everybody, for now. And we got one more episode coming up, directed more to you, the CEO, on what you can do to predict the success of your business from this data. I hope you stay tuned and check it out.